What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Make sure to visit podcastformarketers.com. Smash that like button if you like the video and fucking subscribe to this channel because I'm coming out with videos every day. Now let's get down to business. Guys, so today I'm going to talk about how to get more YouTube views. All right. Well, yeah. See, I did that backwards. Oops. All right, more YouTube views. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about before we go on our little field trip is you're going to swagger jack. That's the first trick, right? And I'm telling you, man, my wife can tell you, I used to think that copying people on the internet was wrong. I used to think that, it was plagiarism if you were to anything even remotely I don't copy anybody verbatim, right? Except for in this case. But people my wife says no. She goes, no, it's inspiration, right? This makes it all right. This word right here makes everything all nice and sweet. You're not stealing. No. You're being, you have inspiration. You're being inspired. Methinks there's some bullshit there, but I take it and, and I use it, right? And she's right? So, somebody else said all the great artists steal, right? And it's like, Jesus. So I always thought, I really felt bad about doing it. And I was like, man, let's just steal it. And goes, you know what, man, you always say you're stealing, you feel bad, but you're not stealing, because you do change your shit. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't come up with the idea. She goes, yeah, but nobody did. So I'm like, what? She's like, nobody did. I'm all horse. Excuse me. She's like, yeah, but nobody did, right? So that's the first thing is you have to swagger jack, right? The next thing I'll tell you that to get views, it kind of sucks, right? And I learned this from another channel, another guy called, he make videos. And he says you need to make 2 buckets, right? So this bucket is your, well, not even close to being an ass. Nothing to do with an ass at all. Why did I even write that? All right, so your discover, and well, it was searchable, searchable bucket, right? And this is all the bullshit. You've been noticing lately, I've been putting up a lot of kind of cheese ball videos, right? These how-to videos, okay? And these how-to videos is because 70% of YouTube searches start with how-to. Something on a personal note that I noticed, whenever I add a cha-ching, I get more views. So if I say how I made, $3,000 a month, blah, 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 with how to and a $sign, I get more views. I guess people are greedy. They want the little, they want the bright, shiny object or whatever. And that's cool, right? So, I preach not to do the BSOs. I don't want you to get into a bright, shiny object. But if that's how I got to get you to come over and convert you into, actually doing the work, learning how to make funnels and shit like that, if we need to set a little bit of sugar out there to catch a little bit of few flies, then that's cool, right? So you can't always do that. So a portion of your videos should be discoverable videos, right? And then when you come over here, we'll make another bucket. Did you like my bucket there? Done. One of my fucking users told me, hey, man, I like your buckets in your drawings, your crooked drawings, Sonny. That's what he said. He says, it makes everything easier to understand. And another one needs to be for your tribe, okay? For you guys, the guys that are my diehards, and you guys really want some information. So if you notice that lately, because I always do these super long bullshit videos for my diehards, but for guys that are just now finding me or whatever, you have to do people to be able to search you and discover you, right? And from what I'm understanding, you only need, and I haven't gotten it yet, but he's like, out of a few hundred videos, it's going to be a while until you get a nice video, right? But until then, you only really need 3 videos, and that will carry your channel when you have a video that finally gets, 120,000 views or whatever. So if you notice, I've been putting a lot of these, I call them bullshit videos because these are bright, shiny objects, how to do this. But this video is actually good, right? Because I'm going to tell you why. YouTube is powerful, okay? I can't tell you how powerful it is. You'll find out on your own. And when you do, you're going to be like, oh, shit, right? YouTube is really powerful. And when organic reach is dead everywhere else, including Google, YouTube still works, right? So I want to take you on a field trip really quickly. And so here's how I swagger jacks today's video. So what I did was says, how to get more YouTube views. And I noticed that there was a lot of people that had tons of subscribers, like 35,000 subscribers. All right, so people have tons of subscribers, whatever. So I was looking at this YouTube guru, and he said that you're supposed to pick out channels that have more views than they do subscribers, right? So you can find out, like these guys got, 90,000 views, but he's got like 1 million subscribers. And so you want to look at who you're dealing with or whatever, right? So, but this guy's got 130,000 views and 5,000 subscribers, right? But he put this up 3 years ago, right? So this guy down here put this up 4 months ago, okay? And he's got 10,000 subscribers. This really isn't that bad, right? So you can swagger jack either one of these, and what you want to do is get a ride on their suggested views, right? So I got this little tool called vidIQ, which lets me get everything. So I'm going to swagger jack the title, right? I'm looking at the thumbnail, right? This thumbnail looks pretty good. Wow, look at that. I didn't even know you could do that. Did you know you could do that? Wow. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm going to have to find that out. Anyways, I'm going to swagger jack the thumbnail, right, and do something similar to this thumbnail. And then you're going to come to the video, and you're going to want to watch the intro and see what the intro looks like. You definitely want to see what they did here to do their their explaining, right? And over here, I get to steal all of his keywords, right? So what's going to happen is when you use these keywords and you kind of swagger jack this dude for his title, and look at his views and see how fast he went in. Like he uses the title here, and he used his thing. Then he goes right into his spiel, right? Which is not what I do, right? So you want to get more views, and what you want to do is end up right here in the suggested videos, right? So if you use these keywords, do things similar to what he did, looked at his thumbnail did pretty good. At that point, you can jack his video and get over here to get more views. And I've done this. Obviously, I'm associated with a lot of dudes with those social media marketing agency, them Ryan Hildreth and stuff like that. This is how people find my videos. I just didn't have any idea of what I was doing. To be honest with you, I'm pretty new to YouTube, right? So I'm learning along with everybody else. To how I got on YouTube and got the views and the subscribers that I did was I just kind of used the same techniques that I would to snipe on Google, right? So now they got all these tools that you can use, like this vidIQ here, to gives you a lot of information. Now this guy's only getting 1 view per hour, right? So you might not want to snag his video. You might want to ride along with this guy. Maybe this guy is getting a few more views per hour. So you don't know, like, what is he getting? Well, no, he's getting less. So swagger jack the other guy. But that's pretty much how that goes, guys. It's not a long video. You just go in, you look at their thumbnails, you look at how many views they have compared to how many subscribers they have, and then you're going to be able to get in their suggested views after somebody watches their video. And that's pretty much what YouTube is about nowadays. It's just, I mean, you're not going to be able to beat out somebody that has 1 million subscribers and all this viewership, right? But you will be able to beat out a guy like this. And that's what it's all about. And that's how I have been getting more views on YouTube. Coffee break.